Lee Magpie here, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas. This is actually filmed a day after Christmas because it's actually a present. But this is the new Pokémon Select Articuno figure, and it's for 8 and plus. And these have actually been out for about a few months, but because this was a present, I could only get around to reviewing it now. And it looks absolutely awesome. There's a few of these available to already buy, and the fully articulated 6-inch figures. And on the back of the box, it shows you some of the other available figures, but I really wanted Articuno the most out of all of them. Rayquaza's not out at the moment. Charizard and Greninja's out at the moment, but they look absolutely awesome. They're available on Amazon. They're available in Smyths. There was out in America first. At the back of the packaging as well, it just says Pokemon here and Select there. There was out in America first. First summer review on Articuno first and Charizard, then Greninja. So I don't know when Rayquaza will be out, and it's Series 1. So obviously we'll be getting some more of these figures. I can't wait. They look absolutely awesome. Eventually I may get these, but I'm definitely getting Rayquaza. And the side of the packaging looks really cool. It's got Pokemon on the top with this like lightning strike in silver, and a really nice like picture of Articuno. And because this figure's still quite new, that's why another reason why I wanted to do a review, because, well, it's just an awesome figure. Why would I not review it? And yeah, it just looks really nice. I like the Pokeballs in the background. It's like a stone grey with like a charcoal black. And then the front of the packaging looks really cool as well. You get to see the amazing figure in the background here. And then it's got a really nice sad cut of Articuno there, which looks really nice. Pokemon at the top, and then it just says that it's an articulated figure and it's Articuno. And yeah, these retail for £19, which I think is really good, because you can see that it's got absolutely tons of articulation, which we'll check all that out when we get out of the packaging. So for £19 you get quite a lot going on. It's a nice size figure as well. I have seen reviews on this, so we're going to check out all the tail, because apparently the tail's got all like wiring in it, so you can bend it. It comes with a stand, which is really nice. And I just want, the main thing I want to keep an eye on is how strong do the joints feel, and how play purpose is it? Is it more display purpose? Is it a bit of both? And I want to know if the joints are like loose or like quite tight or loose joints. So yeah, I think they're really cool. I got this from Smyths. It retails for £19. So I'll link them in the description box down below, and you can get them from Amazon. And I'm sorry that this review is a little bit late, but it was a Christmas present. So without further ado, can't wait to get this out the packaging. And overall the packaging looks absolutely stunning. The black looks really nice and slick and cool. So I'm going to stop going on and get this bad boy out of the packaging. So everyone, I've got Articuno out the packaging, and my overall thoughts on it is it looks absolutely amazing. It literally just looks like it's falling out the anime or the game. It comes with this stand which you have to assemble yourself. It's a really strong plastic. And then it's got these, like, well, you move them up and down and adjust it however you want. And the same goes for at the top. Yeah, it's just a really nice stand what it comes with. And for like a flying Pokemon, it really looks cool when if you was to put this on display. It's got loads of articulation in the legs. It's got articulation in the wings, and it's got articulation in the head. And it's really cool as well, because the tail has wiring in the tail, so you can articulate that as well. But I'm just going to quickly show you the details of the figure itself. So like I've just adjusted that down, and here is Articuno's face up close. Looks really nicely painted and really nicely done. You got to be careful though, because this plastic's like a matte plastic, it could scratch quite easily. But there's no blemishes on it at all. There's a tiny little marks here, but I don't know if that's part of the figure, and I've just added a little bit of highlight. But the little crest crown, I'm going to call it its ice crown, looks really nicely done. And it's a separate piece which has been glued on, and it's not been painted. The only bits that have been painted is its talons, its claws, its eyes, and its beak and its mouth. All the rest is separate pieces, so you don't have to worry about scratching it. I personally feel like you could play with this and have it on display, because the wings are really strong. I don't know how strong these plastic pieces are, but these bits are already strong, because I've tested a bit of the articulation off camera. The feet are articulated as well, which we'll get down to all that in a sec. But they're quite, like, loose and, like, you just got to be careful. I don't think they'd break, but we'll get down to that in a sec. But yeah, the eyes are really nicely painted in this nice brown colour. Got quite a lot of detail in them. The beak is nicely painted in this nice grey colour, and then they've even added a little bit of colouring in the mouth. And as you can see, when the light hits the beak, it's got this nice shine to it, and the rest is all in this matte plastic. And there's no paint blemishes at all on the beak area or the mouth or the eyes. And then on the wings have got some nice details as well. Well, they're like plain, but they're sculpted really nicely done. It's in this nice matte blue colour. As you can see, it's got 1, 2 and a ball joint of articulation just in the one wing alone, and it's the same for the other side. But these feathering details look really nicely done, nicely spaced out. And it's this really nice sky blue colour. And then the tail is really nicely done. This is the bit what's a different material. It's like a rubbering, like a more flexible rubber material. That's because it's got the wiring inside the tail. And it's got these nice little groove marks throughout the tail as well. And you can see that it's a different joint inside. And the like the chest area is in this really nice white, and that's a separate piece as well. I think it is, I'm not entirely sure, let me just, yeah, I think it's a separate piece, and it's just maybe been added a little bit of paint, but not a lot. And it's in like a matte white, and then it's got this nice little bit of feathering detailing at the bottom here, and a little bit at the top, just to add that little bit of depth in the sculpt overall. And here is the feet, or its talents, which is really, what is really cool is you can actually articulate each individual claw, move the legs here. It's got a swivel joint here. I might as well show you all the articulation now. So you can swivel the feet like that, lift them up and down here. This bit is where it's quite slick, and I would be careful. They feel strong. I don't feel like they're going to snap, but I wouldn't play real rough with these. But they do have some really good play purposes. And then with the leg here, I'm just going to lift it a little bit higher, turn it this way, and you can move the legs up and down, so you can lift it that far up. So you can do some really good gliding down, a bit like an eagle would, and make it look like it's gliding down to attack. And it can go that far back, it can bend all the way like that far back as well. And each individual, like claw or talon, can open and close. They're really nicely painted as well, the claws. In this nice white colour. And the leg moves really smoothly, and I really like the details at the bottom of the legs. It just moves so smooth. I'm going to show you this on the floor when it, because I'm going to take it off the stand and show you how this figure would stand with just its legs. Even though the legs joints are quite loose, I think it'd still stand alright. I also think that these are quite strong, but they are still quite slim. So I would still be careful. I don't think that they'd snap, but I don't think that you can play with them rough at the same time. So perfect for displays, nearly perfect for play purposes if you don't play with them rough. And for photography, they're gonna look. It's gonna look awesome. I can't wait to do some photography shoots with it. And yeah, and if you want to know my Instagram, it's Liam_Magpie. I do lots of toys on there for Jurassic World, Pokemon, and other toys in that, like what I call the boys' toys. And I know I shouldn't say that because I think all toys should be for everyone. But I also have another Instagram for people who don't really like particularly following these type of toys, and that is for like Sylvanians, Pokemon, Squishville, what I call cutesy toys. That's on my Liam, all things cute and shiny. I think that's what it fully is. I know that sounds daft because I don't know my full title, but that was like my first like little logo for my first time I started reviewing toys, because I review all different types of toys on this channel. So yeah, I'm going to stop going on and back to the review. So yeah, the wings have really good articulation. I'm just going to take this off the stand and show you. Oh, and the wings have really good articulation, so you can bend the wings in here. They have a joint there, which has got a metal bit there, so if it ever came out, you can actually screw them in. I've had an incident where that's happened before. And then you can move the wings up and down and do some really good flying action with it. It's on a swivel joint, so you can actually move the wings however you want that way. And you could even put them back and make them look like they're perched in a bit, so it can look like it's going to go on the floor, which I'm going to show you that now. So that's kind of what it would look like if it was to stand on the floor. It looks really nicely done. And it's also got another little joint here, but that I think it needs warming in because it doesn't move that much in and out, if you can see here. So that might need just like warming it with the air dryer. That's a little trick there. If you want your joints just to be a bit, move a little bit more smoothly, like the legs, which is so funny because the legs move so smooth, and the wings move a little bit, well, they're a bit more tighter, but I kind of like that because I feel like if the wings snapped, I'd be absolutely devastated. And then quickly, the head has articulation. It doesn't have, like, it can't look up and down, but you can do some really good poses of it, pretty much just going all the way around, looking side to side, like that. And then the tail is really, really, really cool because you can actually bend it however you want. I think that is so clever to do that because the tail is like its signature look. and you wouldn't like to see like loads of joints. I think the joints on the wings as well are quite seamless. You can't really see them that much. On some figures they'll make it like you can really see it, but that looks so smoothly done. And the tail's the same, it's got no joints at all, so using wiring is very clear, very clean and very clever was the word I was trying to find there. And yeah, you can swivel it as well. It's just really cool. It's got these little, these little holes might bother you a little bit. But that's obviously where the wire goes in. I wonder if that's where, if one of them, I don't know why. If you know why they've got little holes in, please let me know in the comment section down below. I know the writing is at the bottom and you can't literally see it at all. So yeah, you can really bend it into loads of different shapes. So that's really good for photography. It overall is 100% one of the best Pokemon figures. Well, actually the best Pokemon figure I've actually ever bought. And I am definitely excited to see other ones from this Pokemon Select. And then it just simply clicks onto its stand like that. Looking absolutely awesome. You've got to be a bit careful with your stand because you don't want these bits to come out. And there you go. 100% an absolute must if you are a Pokemon fan, and if you love Articuno, definitely 100% worth having. It's got tons of articulation, it's got swivel joints in the ankle area. You can pose it in loads of different ways. It has got play purposes. Like I said, you can play kind of rough with certain areas of the body, not so much on the feet. But it'll look absolutely awesome on your shelf, photography and all that. So yeah, I am done with this review. It looks absolutely awesome, and for £19 it's definitely worth adding to your Pokemon collection. This comes off as like one of those figures what should have been maybe like £35 instead of £20. One of those high up end figures, in my opinion. Just be more careful with the feet. And yeah, it looks amazing. So I'm done with this review. I've got a few more toys coming up because I've got a few more toys for Christmas. So I've got a few reviews coming up, and that is still more Pokemon, and I've got a few Sylvanians. I didn't get no Jurassic World stuff, which is a bit strange, but I have got some Jurassic World stuff coming up anyway. So please like and subscribe to my channel, hit that alarm bell for more toy related stuff and more toy episodes. And I will link this in the description box down below. Like I said, it's £20 from Smyths. You can get it from Amazon as well. So yeah, I will see you all on the next one, guys. Bye!